The green and yellow colors used to mean something in America. They meant grit. They meant independence. They meant a farmer could survive anything with steel sweat and his own two hands. For generations, owning a John Deere was not just buying a tractor. It was buying reliability. It was buying American pride. But that company is gone. Today, John Deere is no longer a farming company. It is a technology corporation obsessed with control subscriptions and shareholder profits. And millions of farmers are waking up to the same terrifying reality. You may own the tractor, but John Deere still owns you. In this investigation, we expose how one of America's most respected brands turned against the very people who built it. The outsourcing, the software locks, the subscription traps, and the shocking reason farmers are spending huge money to buy 30-year-old tractors instead of new ones. Because the truth is simple. The legendary green tractor did not evolve. It died. Chapter 1. The Betrayal. For over 100 years, John Deere represented American manufacturing at its finest. The heart of that legacy was Waterloo, Iowa. Generations of welders, machinists, and factory workers dedicated their lives to building machines strong enough to survive decades in the field. Those tractors were not disposable products. They were built to outlive the farmer who bought them. But in 2024, everything changed. John Deere announced major layoffs across factories in Iowa and Illinois. Hundreds of American workers lost their jobs. Families who spent decades building the company were suddenly discarded. And where did those jobs go? Mexico. Specifically, a massive manufacturing operation in Ramos, Mexico. The company claimed it was necessary to stay competitive. But let's be honest. John Deere was not struggling financially. In 2023 alone, the company made over $10 billion in profit. This was not about survival. It was about greed. Cheaper labor. Higher margins. A bigger stock price. Wall Street won. American workers lost. The badge still says John Deere. But the soul of the company stayed behind in Iowa. Chapter 2. The Digital Handcuffs. Now the story gets worse. Because modern John Deere tractors are no longer machines. They are computers on wheels. And if the computer says no, your tractor becomes useless. Think about your grandfather's tractor for a second. If something broke, he grabbed tools and fixed it himself. No software, no passwords, no corporate permission required. But today, if a sensor fails on a modern John Deere tractor, replacing the part is only half the repair. Because after installing the new component, the tractor still refuses to work. Why? Because the software locks the machine until an authorized John Deere dealer approves the repair. That means farmers can spend thousands fixing their own equipment and still be unable to start the engine. Only the dealership can unlock it. And dealerships charge massive fees just to show up with a laptop and click a button. Farmers have reported waiting days, even weeks, during critical harvest seasons while crops rot in the field. Not because the tractor was mechanically broken, but because software blocked the repair. Read that again. A farmer can physically fix his own machine and still be denied permission to use it. That is not ownership. That is control. And it has become so extreme that many American farmers now buy hacked firmware just to bypass John Deere's restrictions. Imagine paying $500,000 for equipment, then needing illegal software just to repair your own property. That sounds less like farming and more like digital feudalism. Chapter 3. The Subscription Farm. But repairing tractors is only part of the story. Because John Deere is no longer trying to sell equipment. They are trying to sell a service. Modern tractors are packed with GPS systems, sensors, internet connections, and data tracking technology. Every movement is monitored. Every acre tracked. Every gallon of fuel recorded. And according to critics, John Deere wants ownership over that data. The company is aggressively pushing subscription-based features into farming equipment. Meaning features on a tractor you already purchased may eventually require monthly payments to keep functioning. Think about that. Farmers used to buy tools. Now corporations want them renting access to their own equipment. The future John Deere wants is simple. The tractor becomes hardware. The real business becomes software subscriptions. And if you stop paying, Features disappear, possibly remotely. This is the same business model used by tech companies, except now it is being forced onto the people responsible for feeding America. Chapter 4. The Death of Durability. Old tractors were built like tanks. Heavy steel, cast iron, simple mechanics. Machines designed to survive generations. But many farmers argue modern tractors are different. Plastic panels crack. Touchscreens fail. Sensors malfunction. DEF systems create endless headaches. And electronic complexity has replaced mechanical reliability. Modern tractors contain massive amounts of software code. And every new layer of electronics creates another possible failure point. Many farmers believe companies are no longer building machines to last forever. They are building machines designed to keep customers dependent. Dependent on dealerships. Dependent on software updates. Dependent on subscriptions. And most importantly, dependent on the corporation. Final verdict. The market is already telling us the truth. Auction prices for older John Deere tractors are exploding. Machines from the 1980s and 1990s are selling for unbelievable prices. Why? Because farmers trust old iron more than modern technology. Those older tractors can still be repaired with basic tools. No subscriptions, no software locks, no corporate permission, just steel and reliability.